To get started, I just added a video clip to my playlist as well as an image that I'd like to animate on top of the video. If you don't already have 2 video tracks on your timeline, right-click inside your timeline and select Add Video Track. Now drag your video onto the V1 track on your timeline. Then drag your image above it onto the V2 track on the timeline. Position your image on the timeline to where you want it to show up on your video. And to change your image's duration, just drag the image clip's end on the timeline. Now that we have everything set up, let's move our time marker over the image on the timeline so that we can see it in the preview and make sure the image is selected. Then go up to the filters and click the plus button to add a filter. From the Favorites tab, select the Size and Position filter to add it to your image clip. Okay, now the easiest way to animate an image is to just use a preset. They have a ton of different ones that you can experiment with. I'm going to choose Slide Outright. Once you have a preset chosen, go over to the Keyframes tab. In here, you should see 2 little circles on your clip which represent your animations. As you can see, this one over here slides my image out. Drag the little circle to adjust the speed of your animation. If you want to slide in your image from the left, you select the left circle and then change the preset to Slide from Left. Now just pull back out the other circle to also slide it out from the right. It's kind of finicky. Okay, the presets are pretty easy to use, but let's say you want something custom. I'm going to remove this preset to show you how to do that. Before we begin animating, I'm just going to reduce my image's size by dragging its corner handles in the frame. And I'll just use a circle in the middle of the image to reposition it. Now on the timeline, move the time marker to where you want your image to start moving. Then drag the circle in the middle of the frame to move your image to where you want it to move from. Click the stopwatch toggle to create a starting keyframe. Then move the time marker on the timeline to when you want your image to stop moving by. Using the circle, reposition the image to where you want your image to move to, which will automatically create a second keyframe at the time marker's position. Okay, and now when I play this back, I have a simple animation. To make the animation go faster or slower, just drag the second keyframe closer or further from the first one. Okay, this works great, but let's say you want to pause the image for a bit and then move it again. To do that, position the time marker to when you want to start moving the image again after it's been paused for a while. Change the position ever so slightly and then hit the tab key on your keyboard to confirm it, creating a third keyframe. Now just change the position back to what it was and hit the tab key to confirm the change. Doing that, I was able to trick Shotcut into letting me make a third keyframe with the same value as my second one to hold the position. Next, move the time marker to when you want your image to finish moving by. Reposition the image in the frame to where you want it to move to, which will create a fourth keyframe. Okay, and now my image will do the first movement animation, hold until it hits the third keyframe, and then move again to the fourth keyframe's position. If you wanted to do a second animation without the hold, you just skip the step for creating a third keyframe. I'll just remove mine. Okay, now the movement happens without a hold. One last thing you might want to do is smooth out your animation. To do that, right-click each keyframe and select Smooth. Alright, and that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you next time.